receivers, they are so good nowadays.
Hello, YouTubers. Welcome back to the Madden 101 series of how to improve your game overnight in Madden. This goes for any Madden in general, not any specific Madden, but just giving you guys some basic ideas, tips, and even strategies, a little bit of what I do
in situations
of who I'm playing, to just better your game. I mean, sometimes even if you just have a better strategy, but you're not the better player, you can still come away and win. And it happens more so than you think. But I've given you guys the first episode, the first 3 tips. Tip number 4. Let's jump right into it. My next tip that I would say is do not get predictable unless the opponent cannot stop it. Too many times this game, like I said earlier in episode 1, people take this game as too much of an arcade-style game rather than a real-life football game. The more you treat it like a real-life football game, I promise you, the better you will do in Madden. Going for it on 4th down all the time, it's going to bite you in the ass. Trust me on that. I shouldn't cuss, but that's how bad it is. That's how bad it will burn you. Do not go for it on 4th down. Do not play stupid. It's like 4th and inches or 4th and 1, and you're on their side of the field. That's a little bit different. But if you're on your side of the field and it's 4th down, you need to punt. Play smart. Like I said, play conservative. The more conservative you play, the better chance you ever win, because the other player will get aggressive in the second half and make a mistake. You play conservative, and they don't. Odds are you'll come out on top unless something really bad happens. Like either your defense is really bad or your offense is non-existent. But if you play smart and play conservative, rely on your defense, you will come out on top. Do not turn the ball over, all those things. I promise you, you'll become a better player overnight. Tip number 5. This is going to sound stupid when I say it, but to those of you that know what I'm talking about, you'll agree 100% as soon as I say it. But, well, it ties into the first tip from episode 1, but like establishing the run game. But my tip is run slow to run fast. Now, what I mean by that is, in this game, the easiest way to have a good run game is to start the play out slow. Don't just turbo down the field immediately. Hit your hole and then turbo down the field. But don't turbo until you hit the hole. Because if you do it early, too many times, and hopefully this clicks into you guys immediately, like, yeah, man, I messed that up. You run into your own lineman, you fall down backwards, all that stupid stuff. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. If you go slow, your run game will go faster, and your players will be faster. You'll hit that turbo speed when you need it, not right off the gate. And in Madden, you only have so much turbo. It's not only going to last for a little bit, and your guys going to get tired and wear out. It's gonna keep you guys from having those really, really long runs that everybody wants. Those 60, 70, 80, 90-yard runs are going to be non-existent if you're turboing right off the gate. Wait till you hit the hole. Wait till you hit that spot where you really need to turbo field, then hit the turbo. But don't do it early. I promise you, you'll have a better run game. A lot of your run plays will even work better. Your draws will work better. Your counters will work better. Those little, what do they call it, 46 belly, where it's like kind of like a counter, but it's also a dive play. You counter, but then you go up the middle. Those type of plays. If you're turboing up the field, I promise you, you will run into your own lineman doing that play. It's a really small hole, but a lot of times that play is really effective, and it's hard to stop if you run it properly. All kinds of run plays like that. If you gotta hit your hole, then turbo down the field. Like I said, a lot of this stuff may sound really, really simple, like, duh, I already knew that. But most people don't remember that stuff while playing the game. You gotta remember these tips and use these tips while you're playing. Keep them in your head, keep them fresh in your head. I promise you, you become a better player overnight. Okay, let's get into the next tip. Tip number 3. Use total control passing. It seems like everybody I talk to, nobody uses it, and I don't understand why. It's the easiest way to go down the field, honestly. Once you start running the game, run the ball, and they start putting 7, 8, even sometimes even 9 in the box, throw the ball and use total control passing. You just push the left stick away from the defender. Your wide receiver will even break off the route and run towards the ball, leaving your guy even more open than he was already. The chance to get a lot of yards after the catch if you got speedy receivers or if you got big receivers that can break tackles. If you throw it in areas where there's no defenders, you're going to limit your turnovers. you're going to get more open, and everything else, I promise you, use total control passing. But that's going to have to be the end of this tutorial because I've run out of tape on this first half. But stay tuned, and we'll have episode 3, and it'll be the beginning of the second half of this game that I'm recording that you guys can watch while I'm doing the tips. But if you like what I've heard, please like and subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoy.
It's now second down, and the give now to Ray Rice.